Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Yesterday I was reading from Feeling is Secret by Neville Goddard, and I want to carry on with that message because Neville says, the subconscious never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. So when you get so emotionally involved in something, good or bad, negative or positive, you start to see evidence. Negativity or positivity shows up bigger in your life depending on the direction that your emotional mind has taken you. The subconscious mind never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. It doesn't matter if you say, I really want peace and love and joy, but look at all this crap, look at all this garbage, look at all the things going wrong. I want the opposite. When you get emotionally involved in what's going wrong, you become electromagnetically a magnet for more stress, more strife, more problems. The reason I do morning mindfulness every single day is to set an intention that today I am reminding myself to be calm and gentle and loving, to let go of stress, to set an intention. Which direction am I heading today? Which path do I want to follow? Do I want to follow the masses, go down the 6-lane highway of what I'm taking in through my 5 senses and what people are talking about and the turmoil that's going on in the world, the craziness, the talk about how bad things are? Do I really want to add energy to that? No, I want peace. I want calmness. So that means it's up to me to start out with a calm, peaceful demeanor, with serenity in my heart, with calmness and peace, and getting into that state of being before I pick up my phone, before I go out into the world, before I do anything. What is my intention? Setting the intention for sending out healing, because I know that what I send out comes back to me like a boomerang, sending out peaceful thoughts, healing energy for the world, love and peace and joy for all, abundant blessings. What can I do today to serve with a grateful heart? And the more grateful I am, the more I serve from the heart, the more I look for ways to be of service, the better I set up my day, the better the day goes and better is attracted back to me. The more grateful a person is, the more things show up to be grateful for. That's how the universe works. What you put out is what comes back to you, either in equal measure or multiplied. When you give from the heart. Don't give in order to get. Give because you want to serve. Give because you are filled with gratitude and joy and love. Transform your heart into one of grateful, loving servitude, and your life will completely change. Our beliefs are based Our beliefs about anything are based upon our evaluation, and we are free to evaluate, reevaluate any of them at any time. Begin to evaluate who you truly are and what you are capable of doing. Maybe someone told you that you're not capable, or you tried something and it didn't work out, so you've convinced yourself that you're not capable. What if you reevaluated and decided to just practice and keep trying and going in the direction that you believe? You'll find your belief about your own ability to enjoy situations that you imagine. It will change dramatically. You can analyze any of your beliefs and see if they're true. For you to be able to receive a beautiful idea that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are enjoying the purposeful work that you love, you have to see yourself doing it in your conscious mind. You have to practice getting into that state of being, the state, so that your state of mind must be belief that this is not only possible, it's probable, and it's going to be that way. It is that way. You have to feel what it's going to be like to be healthy, to be happy, to be doing purposeful work. And then as you get into that feeling as if, you start to get ideas that come from seemingly out of the wild blue yonder, from the invisible. An idea pops into your head. And instead of thinking logically about all the bad things that could happen or all the problems or getting yourself in a fearful state, you want to see yourself living the way you want to be living, doing the work that you want to be doing it with ease and flow, even if other people say you're crazy and it's never going to happen. As you believe it in your heart and you start to take action, when you believe it in your heart, in your subconscious mind, it becomes your new place of living. You start to take action. You start to do things differently. And as your behavior changes, your new behavior, your new action causes a different reaction in the universe. When you take action, that alters your results. It alters your physical reality. Your circumstances, the conditions around you, your environment changes as you act differently. And you can act differently when you see yourself doing what it is that you want to be doing and feel what it would be like, getting into the habit of, what is it like now that I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am doing purposeful work, serving from my heart and being richly rewarded, psychologically, emotionally, physically, financially, in all areas. Just like if you want to strengthen your muscles, if you want to build up your body, you have to take action. You have to go to the gym, you have to train, you have to break down the old muscle fibers and build up strength. And practicing daily. The same goes for what you want to accomplish, whether it's educationally, or a big, beautiful dream goal that you have, everything started out as a fantasy. It doesn't matter how big it is, everything starts in your mind. Neville Goddard tells us the subconscious mind never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. The moment it receives an impression, it begins to work out the ways of its expression. It accepts the feeling impressed upon it, your feeling, as a fact existing within itself, and it immediately sets about to produce in the outer world, or in the objective world, the exact likeness of your feeling. Your subconscious emotional feeling mind, that part of you that is 95% of who you are, never alters the accepted beliefs of mankind. It outpictures them to the last detail, whether or not they are beneficial. Whether or not they're beneficial. If you get emotionally involved in what you don't want, the subconscious mind just looks for evidence and brings it up into your current circumstances, conditions, environment, because that's what you believe. Instead of focusing on limiting beliefs and creating more of what we don't want, it's important to get your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your body into alignment with what it is that you do want. We know that the same thinking, talking, feeling, doing produces the same results. So in order to change results, we have to go back to not only thinking in the conscious mind, I would love that, that's what I want, that's what I'm going to do, but the conscious mind being only 5% of who you are, it needs the subconscious to accept. And the way of acceptance in the subconscious mind is to get emotionally involved, to repeat it over and over and over so that it becomes your state of being. It becomes your state from which you view the world. And as your subconscious mind accepts, it's emotionally trained. Now your thinking, your talking, your feeling starts to cause you to do things differently, act differently. Your behavior changes, and your new actions cause a different reaction, which changes your physical reality. Think about what it is that you truly desire in your life. Take a deep breath in. And let that go. Relaxing your body. Relaxing your conscious mind. You can create a picture in your mind. Create any picture that you want. Something that you can get emotionally involved in. Something that excites you. Something that you know you would love. It would feel so good. And get clear on that picture. Envision it. And then through your feeling, embody it. What is it like now that? You have what you really want. You're living the lifestyle. The purposeful work that you're doing is creating a difference in the world. Get a clear picture. What is that picture looking like for you? This takes practice. Some people don't see anything at first, and some people immediately get a beautiful picture in color. Don't worry if the picture is a little bit fuzzy. The more you practice this, the more clear you get. So long as you don't allow your logical, conscious, reasoning mind to talk you out of it, saying, oh, that's too big, I don't know how to do it, so I'll forget about it. Those are the thoughts that we want to leave by the wayside. That's the old version of yourself trying to talk you out of moving into a newer, better version of yourself. If you want better conditions and circumstances and environment, you have to put out better. It's the boomerang effect. What you send out comes back to you. Must get into the state of feeling grateful, feeling loving, healing energy, feeling at ease, feeling the well-being that is associated with what you desire. Peace, love, joy, money, whatever it is, it has a vibrational energy that you have to tap into. You have to match that energy. You have to vibrate in the same vibrational frequency in order to see it manifest in your physical world. Neville Goddard says, to impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that would be yours had you already realized your wish. In defining your objective, you must be concerned only with the objective itself. The manner of expression or the difficulties involved are not to be considered by you. To think feelingly on any state impresses it on the subconscious. Therefore, if you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delay, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, accepts that feeling of difficulties and obstacles as your request and proceeds to produce them in your outer world. The subconscious is the womb of creation. It receives the idea unto itself through the feelings of mankind. Your feelings create. The subconscious never changes the idea received, but always gives it form. Hence, the subconscious outpictures the idea in the image and likeness of the feeling received. To feel a state as hopeless or impossible is to impress the subconscious with the idea of failure. Although the subconscious faithfully serves, it must not be inferred that the relation is that of a servant to a master. The subconscious does serve mankind and faithfully gives form to his feelings. However, the subconscious has a distinct distaste for compulsion. It responds to persuasion rather than to command. Consequently, it resembles a beloved wife more than a servant. Go back to what it is that you really desire, not forcing it, but accepting it. As you're sitting calmly and quietly and lovingly, thinking about what it is that you truly desire, how beautiful life will be, how wonderful everything will feel, how loving and deserving you are, how grateful you are now that this is your life, now that you've received your blessing, you're living the lifestyle that you prefer. As you integrate your belief with your behavior, believing, practicing this thought over and over and over of love, joy, happiness, wealth, purposeful work, living where you want to be living, focused on how that feels. The thoughts that you think over and over and over become your belief system. Everything comes down to what you believe. You transform your world into that you practice, that you believe. When you can sit quietly and practice feeling the life that you desire, getting into that state of being, what it's like. What are you going to do with the wealth? How joyful and respected and peaceful you feel now that you are totally in love with life and you know that life loves you. You're sharing your life with a special person. You've created purposeful work for others, and you, through your actions, are bringing love, life, laughter, joy, wealth to others. When you assume this state of being, everything required to live that life is attracted to you. That's the law of assumption. That's the law of attraction. That is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. What you think in your dominant thoughts, the ones that you get emotionally involved with, and the ideas related to that you take action on, turns your circumstances, your conditions, your environment, your life into the actual life that you're living, into the physical experience. You want to experience love? Love yourself deeply as the true spiritual being that you are, created perfectly. And as you radiate love out into the world, loving, gentle circumstances, powerful energy is attracted back to you. You have to be in alignment with what you want. Your conscious thinking mind, that's 5% of who you are. Your emotional feeling subconscious mind that runs the show, That's 95% of what your life is, who you are becoming, what you are attracting, and your physical body, the instrument with which you take action. You are the cause of the effects that show up in your life. Focus on the cause and the effects show up. Get into alignment, your mind, your feelings, your actions with the life you want to be living. Live it, believe it, and it just transforms. It shows up automatically. Energy changes into physical matter. And you can speed it up by writing down what you want, practicing this over and over and over. Maybe you decide on a goal and write it 100 times a day, but it's not the rote writing 100 times. It is writing it so that you get into the feeling as if it's true, believing it at a subconscious level, turning it into a habit so that it's just automatic. And what you think, how you feel, and how you act is your life. Think about what you really want. Practice feeling as if you're there, and start taking action that will get you that life. See yourself doing it. Believe that it's yours. It's here now. Go out and create a beautiful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.